It's your boy Chip K1 back on the mic, and today we're gonna be doing a little stream, but today's gonna be a little different, as you can see by the title. Today's gonna be about a story time about something that happened a couple of months ago that I thought I'd share with my loyal fan base, and yeah. Let's see.
Hey, good to see you, soldier. I need your help again. Be careful out there.
So guys, by the way, I'm just gonna be going for like strictly quick scopes in this game, so if I play bad, like, it's whatever. So anyways, guys, today's story all starts out as so me and my friends were all hanging out, as we always do on the weekends, and this time was no different. We were hanging out at my friend, we'll call him John. We were hanging out at John's house, and like I said, it was like any other day. And you know, John's a cool guy. John always lets us have other people over. He's not a, you know, he's a nice guy. And also another guy that was there, we'll call him Casey. Casey's a nice guy too, but he's a ladies' man, and apparently he's been texting these two girls all night about possibly, well, I actually didn't know at the time, but he was just texting these girls, and I thought nothing of it until, you know, it's about midnight, and jeez, that pissed me off. Alright, and it's about midnight, and Casey is like, alright guys, I think we should have these girls over. They said that they wanted to come over. And so I'm a little skeptical. I haven't met these girls before. We'll call these girls Francis and Nora, but I hadn't met these girls before, and so I was just kind of skeptical of the whole thing. But yeah, and then the girls, Francis and Nora, ended up coming over, and they already had been to a previous party, so keep in mind, the mom of John's house that we were at did not necessarily want these girls to be over. She did not necessarily know about this, so it was kind of hard to sneak Francis and Nora in. But once we did, we were happy, you know, we were just chilling for a little bit, and then I actually started hooking up with this Francis person, and keep in mind I had no idea who she was, but she's fairly attractive, and so I thought, why not? It was kind of a full send, I guess. And then later on, there's also the other girl, Nora, was kind of, you know, talking to my friend John a little bit, and so yeah, and then it comes time to, you know, we had prepared some we'll call it Mexican candy for the night that we were gonna eat. We were planning on eating a lot of it, and these girls said that they wanted to possibly eat some of our Mexican candy, so I thought, you know what, why not? So at this point, we eat all this Mexican candy, right? And so we're sitting on the clouds currently, and jeez, I'm playing it. All right, so we're sitting on the clouds, and you know, everyone's just having a good time, and then, you know, we come back inside at about, I don't know, it's about actually 5 a.m.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
The girls came at about 3, and then we got back inside at like 5 a.m. Mind you, these girls were risking a lot too, because they had to be home at, say, you know, like 5 o'clock, or, you know, they had to be home pretty soon, because, you know, not everyone can be out all night with their parents being, you know, cool with it, I guess. So then these girls were kind of stressed to get back home, but everyone was kind of out of it, I guess you could say. So it's kind of a stressful situation, but and then so we get on my phone, and my friend Casey is trying to keep in mind, earlier on in the day, I forgot to mention this, but my friend's mom caught us using, you know, possibly some things we shouldn't have been using. So she was already a little skeptical of what was going on, so that did not make things better. But anyways, you know, it's 5, and we're trying to get these people, Francis and Nora, right home, and so we think, you know, probably Uber or Lyft is gonna be the best option, and I'd say for about a good half hour. You know, we had mind you, we had a lot of Mexican candy to eat, so we weren't exactly performing at our highest at the time. So, you know, it was kind of harder for us than usual, I'd say, to order this Uber. And
enemy recon aircraft in the air.
You know,
enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back.
my friend,
enemy care package observed. Deny them their resupply.
My friend that I was talking about, like I said, we'll call him John. He was having a really hard time ordering the Uber, and I'd say we couldn't figure out everything for about a half an hour, and apparently all of a sudden his Uber wasn't working, when kind of surprised me, because his Uber has been working like the whole night. We used Uber to get Casey and Nora, you know, Casey and Nora to my friend's house. So it took us about a half an hour to figure this out, and once we finally did, I, you know, being the genius that I am, came up with the idea of actually calling a taxi, which for some reason no one had thought about. So we ended up calling a taxi, and, you know, Nora and Francis ended up leaving the house at about, there's people in all these windows, ended up leaving the house at about 6 in the morning. I think we slept until like 10, so it was not a great night's sleep. But it was very risky, and I have no idea how we pulled it off.
Enemy care package observed. Deny them their resupply.
Long story short, that is the story of
Prepare to attack.
Nora, Francis, and the night that we barely pulled off. Guys, this wasn't the best story time, and I'll try to make it better next time. But if you guys want me to keep doing these, just drop a comment, and I'll try to keep putting these out for you. But this KnappGod on the mic. I hope you guys have a good night, rest of the week, and this has been KnappGod signing out.